As Ghana gears up for the 2024 general elections, concerns are mounting about the independence of the Electoral Commission, with critics questioning a constitutional provision that grants the president the power to appoint the leadership of the commission. Established in 1992 as a symbol of fairness and integrity, the EC's appointment process has come under scrutiny, with political experts and civil society groups warning that presidential influence over the commission erodes public trust. ChannelOne News' Samuel Akom brings us more in this report.
Since 1992, Ghana has prided itself as a model of democracy in West Africa, with elections as the foundation of this success. Central to these elections is the Electoral Commission, the body entrusted with ensuring free, fair, and transparent polls. But just how independent is the Electoral Commission? Can the public genuinely trust an institution whose key members are appointed by the president? The Electoral Commission, formed in 1992, was a pledge of impartiality and integrity to the people of Ghana. However, over time, that commitment has been challenged, particularly regarding the appointment of its commissioners. Article 43 of the 1992 Constitution empowers the president to appoint the chairperson and other key officials. This provision has sparked debate and raised doubts about the EC's true independence.
Is the procedure, yes, because the parties want to feel like they control the EC. It creates a whole lot of problem. But otherwise, we have good material, all of them, you know.
In 1993, Dr. Kwadwo Afarijan was appointed the first chairperson of the Electoral Commission, serving under Presidents Jerry John Rawlings, John Ejekum Kufuor, and John Evans Atamils until his retirement in 2015 under President John Dramani Mahama. In 2015, President Mahama appointed Charlotte Osei as EC chairperson, under whom the 2016 elections were conducted. In 2018, President Akufo-Addo appointed Jan Mensah, who oversaw the 2020 elections and is expected to oversee the upcoming 2024 elections. Political experts like Bafo Ajumanjia argue that allowing the president to appoint the EC creates a conflict of interest, questioning how the people can trust an electoral body whose leadership is chosen by the very government it regulates.
And I think if you go back, very tragically, in this republic, because of the keen competition between the two dominant political parties, whatever an incumbent government does is seen differently in terms of the meaning and the essence by the opposition party. This new Electoral Commission has been doing. The now opposition NDC also sees it as favoring the sitting party, the sitting president and his party. You see. So that then tells me that perhaps the best way is to find a different method.
Institutions such as the Institute for Democratic Governance (IDEG), CODEO, and the Center for Democratic Development (CDD) have raised concerns calling for reforms.
The independence of the Electoral Commission is extremely important. Let's have people, let's define the criteria for becoming a chair, go through a competitive process, and once you're elected, you're working for Ghana. You can't say, well, because somebody was appointed by party A or B, that person has no competence to serve another government. It doesn't make sense.
Their argument is straightforward. The EC must be beyond political influence, and its leadership should not be appointed by those in power.
Whoever is appointed may not have anything to do with the declaration of an election result, because it is so transparent that one person may not be able to influence anything. But you see, perception is the problem. Once people perceive that I belong to a party A or B, I can influence the decision of whatever decision that is going to be taken.
You create a trust problem with the institution, and that then undermines the confidence in the. So you put the Electoral Commission in a situation where all the time it is trying to fight off accusations of bias because of just the way the process of appointment. So I think in the future there has to be amendments to the provisions.
In countries like Kenya, Nigeria, and South Africa, electoral bodies are shielded from direct presidential control. These models offer important lessons for Ghana, where growing voices are advocating for constitutional reforms to remove the president's appointment power. Experts in politics and democracy are proposing an overhaul of the EC's appointment process, calling for constitutional amendments. They believe that reform is essential to restoring full confidence in Ghana's electoral system and preventing a future breakdown of trust in the EC.
We are not glued to any particular model. You see, some people think what the Americans do or what the British do or what the Europeans do is what we have to do. Not at all. We have the independence to think, and based on our own history, our culture, and our political dynamics, we can decide, look, let's find another way. So we don't have to be timid when it comes to restructuring or revising or our democratic practices.
Chinia Ishahaku, Member of Parliament for Sisala East and a member of the New Patriotic Party, supports the need to reconsider the appointment process of the EC.
It is the Electoral Commission that conducts elections and declare who becomes a member of parliament and who becomes the president of Ghana. And so any effort at taking steps to appoint an electoral commissioner in a manner that gives more confidence, that gives more trust, for me is in the right direction. If we can find other ways of getting an electoral commissioner without it being an appointment from the president, for me, it will be in the right direction. After all, at the end of the day, we want confidence in the system.
Human rights lawyer and Member of Parliament for Medina, Francis Xavier Susu of the National Democratic Congress, NDC, agrees, stating that a bipartisan approach is needed to strengthen sensitive institutions in the country.
It's a good call. However, that call cannot be done in isolation to like other constitutional bodies, and also without reference to the 1992 Constitution. I believe that that call is just part of a greater call for constitutional review, such that you limit the powers of the presidency in appointment of certain key institutional heads.
And ultimately, it is only through strengthening such institutions that we can build a democracy that stands resilient against both internal and external pressures. A democracy that all Ghanaians can continue to trust. My name is Samuel Akom, reporting for Channel One News.